Hey, it's Congresswoman Jen Kiggans. I wanted to take a minute to talk about my Pay Our Troops Act that I'm introducing today. And what this bill does is ensure that our military men and women and their families and the Coast Guard and federal contractors will continue to get a paycheck in the event that the government might be shut down. Congress has a funding deadline coming up next week on March 14th, and my goal is to keep the government open, to keep the government funded. In the event that the whole of Congress is not able to act, and the government was to be shut down, I want our military families to know that I am their loudest advocate here in Congress. We have their backs. We want to make sure they continue to pay their bills, to put food on their tables, to relieve that anxiety about if they may or may not be getting a paycheck. So my Pay Our Troops Act will absolutely ensure that our military members, and again our Coast Guard and federal contractors as well, will continue to get paid. We have to take care of those who step up to serve our great nation. So stay tuned for that, but just wanted to let you know that it's a privilege to continue to be able to serve and look out for those who serve our great nation. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your week.
Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
How many of y'all know that when they do these government shutdowns that our military is not paid? I actually had to deal with that process when I was in the Marine Corps decades ago now. And I know people that are in the military now, and these stupid shutdowns, they have to get to work, but doesn't mean that they're going to be getting paid. So this means that they can't pay their bills. If it goes over an extended period of time, they're having to borrow money to be able to even have gas to be able to get to base if they live off base, aka those with families. So you're talking about that nobody has ever fixed this. Well, Jen Kiggans, who is a Republican from Virginia, has attempted to. There have been a couple others, but Jen Kiggans has introduced 3 bills into Congress. This is her 3rd one that she just introduced that you just saw. Now, let you hear a full explanation from a member of the military. This is from a December 2024 shutdown talk. Also, if you're interested in these types of videos, talking about our military, talking about government corruption, those types of things, hit like and subscribe. It will really help me out. I'm trying to get to 1,000 and I can get paid by ads and whatnot. Well, 500, I can start doing some of that too. So, here we go.
I also want to address up front a potential government shutdown and the implications should a shutdown occur. As we are a planning organization, the department has conducted prudent planning and preparations for a potential shutdown, and our senior leaders have updated our contingency plans. Secretary Austin and DoD leaders are monitoring the situation closely and remain committed to doing everything possible to mitigate the significant impacts that a lapse in funding and subsequent shutdown would have on the department. In the event of a lapse in funding and a shutdown of the government, the Department of Defense will continue to carry out our fundamental responsibility and mission to defend our nation and the American people. Military personnel on active duty, including reserve component personnel on federal active duty, would continue to report for duty and carry out assigned missions worldwide to defend our nation and protect our national security interests. However, it's important to note that military personnel would not be paid until new funds are appropriated by Congress. Additionally, civilian personnel, including military technicians, who are not necessary to carry out or support accepted activities, would be furloughed with a lapse in appropriations. Objectively speaking, a lapse in funding will cause serious disruptions across the Defense Department and is still avoidable. Therefore, DoD urges Congress to reach a bipartisan, bicameral agreement on fiscal year 2025 appropriations and avoid a CR or worse, a government shutdown.
So, you heard from that general that what has to be done or what happens when they don't get paid. So, you heard a little bit from Jen Kiggans at the beginning of the video as to what she is trying to do. We're going to show you a video from about a year ago where it went in a little bit more detail of this entire situation because I want you to have a full understanding. Why? Because I want you to think about what it means to be serving this country, and every time we have a government shutdown, which, hey, don't get me wrong, I think we need to shut down our government on occasion. I think it was necessary, but it doesn't mean that you should be hurting those in the military. But hey, the members of Congress are considered essential. Okay, so let's do this one last video.
New at 5:30, taking care of the troops, even if there is a government shutdown.
Local Congresswoman Jen Kiggans introduced a bill to ensure our service members get paid no matter what. Mike Gooding spoke to her today.
By contracting.
Under Virginia Congresswoman Jen Kiggans' Pay Our Troops Act, members of the military, including the Coast Guard and certain Defense Department civilian employees and contractors, would get paid on time if the government shuts down on September 30th. Kiggans' bill would make available funds from the Treasury to provide pay for all whose responsibilities are determined by the Secretary of Defense to contribute to the mission execution, well-being, and readiness of the U.S. Armed Forces.
So that's why we, kind of preemptively introduced this Pay Our Troops Act, which is going to be important just to provide reassurance to our military members that we've heard them, we are here for them. That's my job as a representative, to make sure that we are looking out for them here in Congress.
Leaders in the Republican-controlled House this week failed to pass their $826 billion defense bill for a third time in 2 weeks. Democrats objected to its anti-diversity and anti-abortion travel measures, and hard-right GOP conservatives voted against it because they wanted deeper cuts in the overall federal budget. Kiggans says she hates that the military is caught in the middle. She criticized both parties.
When you're playing politics with our military and using the military as political pawns, that's not right.
Mike Gooding, 13 News Now.
No timetable has been set for debate or votes on the bill.
Okay, so here's what I would like to see y'all do. I don't know how many people will actually watch this video, but we need to have this as law in this country. Our military folks should not be having to suffer if our government's acting stupid. Their families should not have to suffer because our government is acting stupid. They signed up to do a pretty dangerous job. They signed up to sign it. When they signed up, they signed a check that says up to and including their life, they would defend this country. Now, not everybody does it that way. Not everybody is signing up for that reason, but there are a lot of them. And I know some of those folks. Yeah, a lot of these folks want to get away from where they're from and everything like that. But they've got other ways to do that. They join up to help our nation. Not every one of them are signing up to try to get gender change surgeries or ordered to because, well, they messed up and the judge tells them to. No, there are a lot of them that sign up so that they can serve their country. Okay, they get benefits along the way, but they should not be treated like this. No person who is having to work should not get paid to do the work. Yes, they eventually do get paid, but have you ever tried to tell somebody that you owe money to, oh, well, work's not paying me right now? That just doesn't work. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all think about this one. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Well, hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now. Bye.